Hulk Hogan's legacy seems to be complicated for some. It's led to some wild discussions on social media, given Hogan's passing. And I want to talk to y'all about this very briefly. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, y'all. I'm gonna try my best not to spend too much time on this, okay? Because folks are wilding about something that shouldn't be complicated. But that shows you who this country is again, okay? But before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, put all you people on it, y'all. Also, feel free to become one of the channel members so you can get exclusive content and get a free statement tee. All right. That's if you become one of the realest ones. You feel me? So become a channel member right now. But let's get into this, y'all. A lot of people are acting like Hulk Hogan, his legacy is complicated to talk about. No, it ain't. This shit easy. Very easy for me. Hulk Hogan is the greatest wrestler of all time. He just is. Okay. Now, I'm a child of the 80s, raised in the 90s. So, goddamn it, of course, when I was a little boy, like so many millions of children, Hogan was the shit. The motherfucker telling us to, eat our vegetables and take your vitamins and say your prayers and I am a real American. All that shit. All that. But I grew to be a Stone Cold Steve Austin guy. You feel me? During that Attitude Era. You know what I'm talking about? Doing my what was that? 7th grade, 8th grade, up in there, 9th grade and shit, all that. I love the Attitude Era, you know what I'm talking about. But I remember who Hulk Hogan was. I had the motherfucking action figure. I did. You feel me? So I got to give him his credit where the credit is due. He took wrestling to new heights, like Bird and Magic and Jordan ultimately took the NBA. That's what he did. But he's also a flaming racist. He's also a racist piece of shit. Both of those things can be true. It ain't hard for me to say either one. And see, motherfuckers trying to act like, as a black person, I'm supposed to not say that second part because of the first part. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like check this dude out. Check this out. Okay. Saw this shit come across my timeline. Some cat named Reverend Damian Thaddeus Jones. Look at this shit. So this is a fucking reverend now. And look at the shit he's about to say. He said, Hulk Hogan was not a perfect person, and neither are you. Hulk Hogan is a global icon, unlike you. Woo! That's some shit. A pastor? A pastor want to say, I ain't shit. Basically, what the motherfucker saying? He's saying, you ain't shit. That's what he's saying, okay? You're not a global icon. He is. Shut the fuck up. That's what he want to say. Hulk Hogan, he goes on to say, okay, continuing on with the tweet. Hulk Hogan surrendered to Christ and will be in heaven. Many of you are judging him for one mistake. He will be remembered for all of his positive impacts on millions. First of all, I had to go see who the fuck this motherfucker is to try to get a handle on why a black pastor would say some shit like this. A lot of motherfuckers are defending Hulk Hogan and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? And some are saying it just given the fact that he just passed away, and he has family members who love him. Those family members, maybe they don't share his views, but that's their beloved dad, granddad, uncle, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? So they're saying maybe, mentioning his bigotry is not proper at the time. Some people saying it, defending it like that, which I make and understand those points. Some are saying, well, he was so great as a wrestler, so let's just focus on his greatness. That shit I don't understand. But this, I ain't seen this. Well, motherfucker say, a pastor says, Hulk wasn't a perfect person, neither are you. But I guess, but something else he was a global icon and your ass ain't shit. That's what he's saying. So you up here judging this man. Meanwhile, he gonna be in heaven. Will you be? He probably don't think you gonna be in heaven. So I say, God damn it, who is this person? Let me go see who this is. And I said, oh. Soon as I saw that shit up top, that black voters red wave, and I said, this motherfucker that wrote a book about Trump. Oh, he's one of these MAGA motherfuckers. Yeah. Then it made sense. And he's an HBCU graduate. Who this man belong to? I got a lot of real ones fuck with me. You know, particularly Jack State University. Shout out to the illustrious. But which HBCU this motherfucker done went to? Who claiming him? Talking about Hulk Hogan is a global icon. You're not. Demeaning people to defend is fucking racist. That's fucking wild, Jack. That's tough. As my brother Racist Leo would say, that is fucking tough, Jack. But let's read the words of an actual real one. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Let's read some words that come from David Dennis Jr. All right, the son of the iconic civil rights activist David Dennis. Let's see what he had to say about the Hulkster. He says, because Hulk Hogan is a self-admitted racist who was caught on tape using the N-word freely on multiple occasions, and this is the kicker right here. For you motherfuckers who say, oh, it was just one mistake. This is the shit that puts it over the top. This is some racism I've never heard of right here. I've never heard a racist or read a racist say some shit like this before. It says, and also dreading the idea that his son's arrest could mean that the two could be reincarnated as black men. You know how fucking racist you gotta be to be worried that your ass not living right could land you in the next life as a black man? God damn. That's some racist deep thinking. Damn. That's some shit there, Jack. You feel me? That's crazy. But look at what David Dennis said. He said, when that is part of your legacy, it becomes singularly defining. As a result, Hulk Hogan died being known a racist who also became famous as a professional wrestler. He only has himself to blame for that. You would think David Dennis is the goddamn pastor here. Not the MAGA pastor I just introduced y'all to it. I'm sorry for doing that. But I was flabbergasted when I saw the shit. I said, what the fuck this motherfucker? Damn, you going that hard for this, man? Let me see. Oh. But David Dennis is right. This man did this to himself. He had millions of black people fucking with him, like me, who loved Hulk Hogan. He disappointed us. We wanted to think that when he said, I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man, that he was talking about us too. We wanted to believe that. You feel me? We don't want our childhood fucked up. We like nostalgia. We like to go back and watch old shit from the 80s and 90s and look back on it and think about the great memories. We don't want to have to watch that shit and then look and see his ass because he was the centerpiece of all of it, and had to think, damn, I'm really enjoying watching this, but this motherfucker couldn't stand me. So much so, he didn't even want to be me in the next life. That's crazy. So we don't need your goddamn lectures on how we should feel about somebody who hated us. We don't need that. Fuck you if you feel like you need to lecture us about how we feel about someone who hated us. He did not just mistakenly use the N-word. It's deeper than that. Racism is deeper than just that one motherfucking word. To be a racist means you believe that your race is superior to another or either all races. He clearly believed that black people were inferior. He thought that a black man was not good enough for his daughter. He thought that being reincarnated as a black man would be like a demotion in life. That's goddamn textbook racism. So miss me with the shit like, oh, he just got caught on tape. Anybody could go. What if somebody was listening to you on the phone and your private? Well, somebody had access to your text or something. It's more than that. It's more than just if you got mad one day and a white person made you mad and you hauled off and called them a cracker or called them a redneck or something like that. Or a Jewish person made you mad and you said something out the way to them, or Latino made. It's deeper than that. He wasn't just caught no moment of passion and said some fuck shit. This is how that man felt. This is how he thought. And we clearly see that with who he supported this cycle for president. A man whose whole platform is racism. That's the only thing that differentiates Donald Trump from all of those prior Republicans that he was running against, is that he's more openly racist than any of these motherfuckers in modern times. And Hulk chose to go up there on that stage and rip the shirt off and promote his ass. So it's all tied together. This is who this man was. He's the greatest wrestler of all time. Again, Stone Cold, my favorite. The damn Texas Rattlesnake, the motherfucker whose character was, he would say, a redneck from Texas. You feel me? But we identify with it. Hopefully he ain't no fucking racist piece of shit. But we identify with him being in the storyline, the employee who was pissed off with his boss and was whooping his boss's ass. Because so many people feel that goddamn way and wanted to do the same thing. You feel me? And then have a few beers after you goddamn get done whooping some ass or get done doing your job. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just about race. Black folk love Stone Cold. But we have no evidence that I know of him thinking we are beneath him. That's what Hogan thought. So yes, for what he did in the game, leading to the explosion of wrestling, along with Vince's nasty ass and racist ass, leading to the explosion of wrestling, turning that shit into movies and TV shows and all kind of shit that Hogan did. That man is the GOAT, but he's also a racist piece of shit. He's been in some of the biggest matches in the history of wrestling. The match with Andre the Giant, body slamming him, and Andre the Giant passing the torch on to him. The match with The Rock, Hogan passing the torch to The Rock. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is true, and he's still a racist piece of shit. His heel turn when he was over there in WCW and joined the NWO, That's the greatest heel turn in wrestling history. Argue with somebody else. I made this argument before the motherfucker passed. And even knowing all of this shit about him, I still made the argument when Cena made the heel turn. And folk were trying to call that shit the greatest heel turn of all time. I said, no, it ain't. Do y'all remember this motherfucker? Do y'all remember that man coming out there? And folk think he was finna go in there and whoop up on Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and he joined them motherfuckers. That was the greatest heel turn of all time. And he's still a racist piece of shit. His theme music is iconic, but he's still a racist piece of shit. The big leg drop, while basic as fuck, is iconic, and he's still a racist piece of shit. His monologues, iconic. Everybody, hey, brother, folks just hear that word said in that tone. They know, oh, he talking about he a wrestling fan. He talking about Hulk Hogan. But he's still a racist piece of shit. Like, come on, dog. This shit ain't difficult. We see this shit with all these folks. R. Kelly, one of the greatest R&B singers of all time. But he's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Mel Gibson was incredible in the Lethal Weapon franchise. But he's a racist piece of shit. Like, it's so fucked up that you have so many people who make such great art who are also fucking terrible as people that you gotta like tell yourself, hey, bro, just be entertained and just move the fuck on. Like Floyd Mayweather is arguably pound for pound the greatest fighter of all time. Not just based off the record. I'm talking about is how great he is defensively and how great he was offensively, especially as Pretty Boy Floyd. But he's a piece of shit. These women don't really give a fuck about his people like that. He's Black MAGA himself. Like, come on, bro. This shit easy. You know what I'm saying? I can acknowledge bruh's greatness, Hulk Hogan's greatness, the greatness of that character, while also saying Terry Bollea, or whatever the fuck his real name was, however you pronounce it. If he doesn't give a fuck about my humanity, I ain't gonna give a fuck about how to pronounce his name. The real Hulk Hogan ain't shit. And so if you feel like you gotta lecture us on how we should feel about people who hate us, fuck you very much. Put it on some. You watch the content, you enjoyed the content. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and become a channel member so you can get exclusive content and a free statement tee shared only with the realest ones.